Yeah. Yo, what time the plane leaving? Right. See you at the airport. Hey. I'm leaving on the next plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you know I'll never go. Even though you know I will, I'm a traveling man, moving through places, space and time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Traveling Gun. My name is Thomas. Today's vlog is just going to be about saving and saving money. And I know that some people feel that they can't save money, but I'm going to give a few tips on how I learned how to save money and what some things that I did to save money. Tip number one, when it comes to saving money, what I tell people to do is to stop eating out. And I know people think that's not a big deal, but it is. For me, eating out was not a necessity because that's the only place that anyone can afford to cut back on, and that's eating out. And I'm gonna just keep it as simple math. So let's say, for instance, if you go to work, you buy your breakfast and you buy lunch. Let's just say that's $5 a day. That's $5 per meal. That's $10 a day. Multiply it by 5 is $50, times 2 is 100. So within a month, you can save $200 if you just bring something to eat for breakfast and bring leftovers for lunch. And you know, it's not as hard as it seems. It's just, it goes into just being more disciplined not to eat out. Now, if it's, you know, payday or something like that and you want to reward yourself, by all means, go take yourself out to eat because you deserve it. But it's not a necessity to do it every single day, because that's how you can save money. With the money that you save from not eating out, that can go into your savings account. The next tip that I have is, which goes into the fact of budgeting. A lot of people, I don't think, not want to say per se, not know how to budget. Maybe they just don't budget. What I do is I know about what my checks are going to be. So I write down all my bills that I have and, you know, just start subtracting and see where I have some wiggle room to play with some certain things. Also, coming down to budgeting, goes down to grocery shopping. If it's just you, then, you know, it's not hard to budget for your grocery shopping. But when you have a family or something, sometimes people can go over their budget on things that they don't need. So I would say budgeting, and also budgeting can also help with the first tip with not eating out. If you budget into your grocery bills, you know, food that you can bring to work to heat up for, let's say, breakfast and lunch, or bring your leftovers, that'll help out tremendously when it comes down to saving your money. So budgeting, just basically, if you've been working the job for so long, you know about how much your check is going to be, so you can take all your bills and see what you have to pay and just basically put it into a budget and what you can afford. Like, say, whatever is left over, you know, you have that much money left over. It's just, you know, all about budgeting and seeing what you have and knowing. And not everybody has to do it. I'm not saying that you do, but I just like to budget for the simple fact of knowing where my money is going, what am I spending it on, and on an average of what everything is. My third step with saving is, when you have a savings account, my suggestion would be to open it at a credit union. The reason why I say a credit union is because, for one, they have a higher interest rate than, per se, a normal big bank. Secondly, when you start saving, I say a credit union because, let's say, for instance, if you're not a strong-willed person not to touch money into your savings, a credit union opens up at 9 and closes at 4 most of the time, and they're not open on weekends. So it kind of cuts you out from being able to have the opportunity to go, you know, withdraw money. Let's say if you just work a regular 9-to-5 job. Also, when saving money, again, if you're not disciplined enough to actually take whatever little bit of money, you can start off with $25 to put it into your savings account. I would suggest that you do it, have it direct deposited into your savings account, because a lot of times a lot of people are like, oh, I'll do it next week. Oh, I get a next check, the next check, and here 6 months later, you don't have any money saved. So that's just a little suggestion. What I would say when opening up with a savings account, I would suggest a credit union over a regular bank for those simple reasons, just to kind of help you out with savings. Also, my fourth tip would be living below your means. And what I mean is, I'm not saying living in poverty. What I mean by living below your means is, let's just say, for instance, you make 100 grand a year. You don't have to live at 100 grand a year. You can live at 75 grand a year and still be comfortable. Now, and still have, that's $25,000 that you have, that you can save, do whatever it is that you want to do with it, but you don't necessarily have to live at 100 grand when you can live comfortably at 75 grand a year. Now, I know a lot of us already probably live above our means, or they're playing catch up. I get it, I understand. What I would say in that suggestion, just try to eliminate as much debt as possible. That would also help you out. Like if you get a large sum of money, try to get rid of as much debt as possible. Because another thing that a lot of people do, and I've seen people do, you spend 5 years paying on a car and you finally pay it off, and a few months later there's nothing wrong with the car. You go get another car note and you're back in another 5-year payment plan or whatever it is. That money could have been towards saving, or even could have helped you got rid of some of the debt that you have, whether it's credit card, student loan, with that money you save with the car that's paid off. I suggest that if your car is paid off and there's nothing wrong with it, don't get another car note, because like I said, that $250 to $350, however much your car payment was, is back into your pocket. That's how much you get a month back into your pocket. And again, you can either save it, or it can help eliminate some of the debt that you have, so that it also can help you save too, because that means the less money you have going out of your home every month is the more you keep into your pockets. So that's just a suggestion. I do understand, people are gonna want what they want, but hey, I understand. I was taught, one thing that my stepfather always taught me was to live debt free without the, outside of the normal bills like electricity, water, cable, those type of bills. But he always said, live debt free. And I've been trying to, do that, as far as just be as much as debt free as possible, just for the simple fact of that's just what was conditioned to me as a child. My fifth tip would be reward yourself. If you've been saving, you've been working hard, always reward yourself, because it makes saving more enjoyable, because it's like, what am I doing this for? Yes, you're saving for that rainy day. A savings account can help you if you have money saved from when bills lapse or something happens. You may get injured on the job. Your job's taking its time with, short-term disability, whatever it is. You have that savings account that can help you with your bills until that money kicks in. Or let's just say it's regular car repairs, whatever it is, you have that money, versus trying to worry about borrowing it from someone else, or going to get a payday loan and having to pay that back at a high interest rate. Reward yourself, reward yourself, reward yourself. It makes it all better. It's going to pay off. Now, I'm not saying you can reward yourself. You know what you make, you know how much you make, so you know what you can afford to do and where you can afford to cut back on. I'm just giving suggestions, but reward yourself whenever you work hard, or a promotion, something to celebrate, something that you did just to make you, it's a self-esteem thing. Just always reward yourself when you work hard. That's just like I tell people all the time. If you work hard all year, you deserve a vacation somewhere, because it makes it all worth it of why am I working this hard, when you can take a vacation and you reap the fruits of your labor. My sixth tip for saving, there are money apps that helps save, or roundups. What I use is Acorn. It takes whatever, rounds up everything to the dollar if you use your debit card, and once it reaches $5, it puts it into an account on Acorn, and it over time it just builds up. And if you need that money, you can have it transferred to your account. Now, the downside to that, I've tried to transfer money into my account before from Acorn, and it took up to like 6 business days, which it does say, but then there's been times where it's been in there within 2 business days. So I guess it just depends on when you do it. The other thing I like about Acorn is even if you don't have the money in your account, it doesn't overdraw your account for trying to round up. It will send you a notification saying that when you're available for more roundups, just turn it back on. So you don't have to worry about that. Acorn is not sponsoring this. I'm not working with Acorn. I'm just saying what I use. But those are my little saving tips that I have, especially being in this job as a flight attendant, especially coming out of training. I will tell anybody, if you haven't started training, if you haven't started saving, if you want to get into this job, have at least 2 months or 2.5 months worth of bills saved, because it's going to be a while, maybe 2 months, maybe a month and a half till you get a full check to keep that, once you start and come out on the line after training. That's what I would tell you, anyone trying to get into this field. Also, the saving tips can be for anybody working a regular 9 to 5 that just want to find more ways of saving. Cutting back on eating out is probably the one area that will help you save the most. The most. And that's all I have for you today. I'm gonna leave you with a quote: live on less than you make and don't owe people money. That's my time for today. I want to thank you for watching, subscribing, and commenting. If you want to get in contact with me, my email is down below, Instagram. And just thank you for that. And I appreciate all the views and all my subscribers. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. If I could do it personally, I would, but I don't know each and every one of you personally. But I'm very humbled to have subscribers and to be able to give my thoughts on the platform. Again, my name is Thomas. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a great day.